This episode of The Central is presented by the Cochran firm of Jackson, the Kings of Trucking. Visit thekingofTrucking.com for more information.
Hey Jags, I'm Amari Walker.
And I'm Sneha Viuru, and this is
JNN's The Central. It's pageant season. The financial staff will be holding this year's Beauty and Bow February 6th through the 10th at 6:30 in the auditorium. Monday is freshman night, Tuesday is sophomore night, Thursday is junior night, and Friday is senior night. Tickets are $10 and can be bought on My School Bucks. Come out and support your friends as they walk the stage.
On Thursday, February 2nd, thousands of people went out to celebrate Groundhog Day. The famous groundhog Puxatawny Phil, named for his Pennsylvania town, saw a shadow as he came up from his burrow early that morning. Bundle up because that means there will be 6 more weeks of winter. Here's Kate with more on your weather.
Hey Jax, this is Kate Jasper with your weather. Starting off the work week, we are seeing partly cloudy skies with a high of 69 and a low of 51. Tuesday has a 36% chance of rain with a high of 72 and a low of 57. On Wednesday, the temperature will drop into the mid-60s with a high of 67 and a low of 50 and a 63% chance of rain. Similar to Wednesday, there will be a 58% chance of rain on Thursday with a high of 65 and a low of 44. On Friday, temperatures will drop with a high of 58 and a low of 38. That's your weather forecast, Jags. Back to you, Amari.
Thanks, Kate. Volunteering plays an important role in our community. JNN's Madeline Lass reports on how nonprofits like Pot and MadCAAP aid the less fortunate and how you can get involved.
Pot and MadCAAP are nonprofit organizations that help local residents with food shelters, clothing closets, and tutoring. Volunteering is an important aspect of how these shelters function. Pot is located in Jackson, Mississippi. It provides a variety of services to people in need.
There are lots of food and clothing resources available to people who are experiencing homelessness. What makes a big difference, though, is if people can find a sense of community. We have volunteers who come to help serve lunch in our community kitchen. We also have volunteers who will come and help with groceries. Pot really exists at the will of the community. If the community doesn't support it, doesn't show up, doesn't give money, doesn't give food and clothing, then we can't do what we do.
MadCAAP also helps about 2,800 families in Madison County.
Volunteers have a very important role at MadCAAP because MadCAAP only has 3.5 paid employees, so most of our work is done by volunteers. MadCAAP's goal is to help our clients who are living in poverty, and we know that that's just not giving them clothes and food, but the bigger part is education. 8 years ago, we started our kids program at the Joe Pritchard homes. Sometimes the kids have homework, and so we're working on actual homework. Sometimes we're just trying to come up with problems on our own or find something on the internet to help them.
Madison Central's Beta Club attends MadCAAP weekly to help tutor students.
Beta Club has done a numerous amount of projects this year with MadCAAP. One thing in particular is every Thursday we do tutoring for the kids. What the club gains from tutoring is the fact that we get to build relationships with the kids that go every week, and it is one of our only service activities that we have that we constantly get to go to every week.
Pot and MadCAAP are important in helping residents in the community. Be sure to visit stupot.org and madcaap.org if you're interested in volunteering. This has been Madeline Lass with JNN.
Thanks, Madeline. Mentoring is a program at Madison Central that allows seniors to connect with elementary students. JNN's Rachel Carpenter reports on how this program benefits the mentees and the mentors alike.
Madison Central offers many electives for students to take. One of these is mentoring, a class for seniors to take and present themselves as role models for elementary school kids.
Mentors provide support and encouragement to their assigned mentees. This consists of working with them directly on their academics, attending their classes, and always being a friend to them.
It can help some seniors decide if teaching is the profession for them. We have a lot of seniors who join the program thinking they may want to become teachers and decide, yes, I do, and I want this particular grade level, or this is not for me. We have some who just join to help other people, because that would be another important thing we do, is just to be a blessing to a small child. And some of them become teachers later, just because of the experience they've had in the elementary classroom.
At the end of a student's junior year, they are given the opportunity to sign up for mentoring. This course is great for aspiring teachers who want hands-on experience.
Mentoring has made me want to be a teacher way more than I did before I started, and I've loved getting to watch the class interact with their teacher as well. I've seen how much the teacher teaches them and how much they admire her, and I really just want to be that person for my own class.
This experience is not only important for the mentors and mentees, but also for the teachers that are involved. Mentors provide extra hands in and out of the classroom.
It benefits both parties, I think, the mentor and the mentee, and it gives them an outlet so that one of the reasons that we choose some of the students to have a mentor is because they have some issues that we want some one-on-one time that the mentors can provide. And so hopefully we can continue that throughout the years.
If students are interested in becoming a teacher or just want to help out the younger generation, mentoring is a great start. Sign-up information will be posted in rooms 238 and 230 at the end of February. This has been Rachel Carpenter with JNN.
Thanks, Rachel. The Smith-Robertson Museum has deep roots in Jackson's cultural history. JNN's Nadia Janis reports on how it has contributed to Mississippi as one of the first Black history museums.
Smith-Robertson Cultural Center has been a place that embodies African-American culture in the Deep South. Through various artifacts, this museum presents the history of Black people in Mississippi, especially during Black History Month. Opened in 1894 as the West Jackson Colored School, it remained in session until its closing in 1971 due to academic desegregation laws.
Well, when the museum first opened, first thing is that it was not even a museum, it was a school. It was the Smith-Robertson School, and it actually opened in 1894. Yeah, that's a long history of educating the Black students of Jackson, Mississippi. So the necessity of the school came about because, as you can imagine, back in the 1800s, there was no structured learning environment for Black people in the South, especially not their own school. They had barely just started to learn how to read and write because slavery had just ended some 40, 50 years earlier. And luckily for us, a former slave from Alabama came to Jackson, Smith-Robertson, and started this school for the Black students of Mississippi.
Known for his literary works including Black Boy and Native Son, Mississippi author Richard Wright is an example of the successful alumni from the school.
Richard Wright, as a student at the Smith-Robertson Museum, he was known to be one of the quieter kids. However, his writings were known to be aggressive. Maybe aggressive in forms where it was almost not revealed. A lot of the adults had issues with his writing. They say he was strong, it was powerful. Richard Wright wrote what he felt. Richard Wright wrote what he saw. He wrote what he experienced, him and his small brother. They traveled around. Dad left, mom fell ill, forced to move in with grandmother. You know, he was kind of orphaned, like an orphan almost, but until he became one of the students here. This is the only place that he stayed and graduated. This is where the story ends pretty much here. After graduation, he vowed never to stay in the United States. So Richard Wright, he was a very quiet yet aggressive student.
This old school has continued to present Black history in Mississippi to the public. To learn more, visit their website online. This has been Nadia Janis of JNN.
Well, that's all for this time, Jags.
Be sure to check out our Instagram at Jaguar News Network and our Twitter at Jaguar News Net for more updates throughout the week.
Until next time, I'm Sneha Viru.
And I'm Amari Walker, and this has been
JNN's The Central.